Page 61, Quiet Thoughts. There's nothing new being presented. We're just using the F sharps or the sharp signs that we've had before. I look it over, it's a page long, treble bass clef, 4/4 time signature now. I see quarter notes, half notes, and a bunch of sharp signs. I'm going to take both hands together again, and I'll talk about those last two measures when we get there. The left hand starts here. Right hand is here. D position again. And it's here. Second measure, that sharp sign is for the rest of the measures, so both of those F's are sharp, but only that measure. Okay. And measure 8, you have an A and an F sharp together, and then a G and an E, and then the last two, just take it carefully one note. You have a G and an E, and then an F sharp and an A and an F sharp. I'm supposed to say the bottom note first. I don't know why, but since music is built from the bottom up, we try and say the bottom note first. You can say them in any order. It's just in the last you have a G and an E, and then an A and an F sharp, and then an F sharp D. Sort of, because now you're using different fingers and different notes and having all kinds of fun. I know you are. Now, if you're confused about it, then go back and just do that one hand at a time. Here. Till you get an idea, and then you try to put them together, and that's usually a whole new mess, but you do what you can. And try and play this without looking at the keyboard if you can. Now, once I have the notes and rhythms figured out, then I go back over it slowly and get rid of any hesitations. And once the hesitations are gone, I add the articulation, and here we have the phrasing. You lift up. Lift up. It's like taking a breath. And once I do the articulation, I add the dynamics. Mezzo piano at the beginning, sort of sound. And this gets tricky. I haven't talked about it before, just as well. Let's go to a C position. C position here. It's where 5 fingers on 5 notes and C's the bottom note. It could be any C position, it doesn't matter. Play the up and down, like so. And can you listen very carefully and play slowly and try and get every one of those notes exactly the same loudness here? So that's a little louder. You have to listen very carefully. Get them all down at the same loudness. That's hard to do. It's the same thing with the left hand. Try and get them all down at the same. I'm using the same amount of weight with each one, and I'm just transferring weight from finger to finger. If you hold the hand still and try and do it strictly with the fingers, you're going to have a real fun time trying to get them all down at the same loudness, because the different fingers have different strengths, and they're not going to go down. It's not going to feel the same in every finger. But if you'll use weight to transfer, I'm using the same amount of weight, then it should be the same loudness. Just practice that. Try and get it down and do it at different dynamics. How about really soft? Very light. All of them super soft, very little light. I'm just transferring weight from finger to finger. Or loud, it's very heavy and let the wrist collapse a little bit. Because when you get these things, it's easy to make one note stand out. And you think, oh no, I don't want to do that. Well, of course not. Sounds terrible. But you got to learn to use the same amount of weight, regardless, even black key or white key doesn't matter. It's the same amount. I'm just transferring weight from finger to finger. That's all I'm doing here. Anyway, back to the dynamics I got off. Second line is a little louder. And then the measure H come down. Softer. And then now you're down as moderately soft for the third line. And then the fourth line, you're loud again and go down to soft at the end, and the story's over. Okay. Once I get the dynamics in, then I think about the speed. Peacefully at 100. Well, I have no idea. Just play it. Just peaceful. if you can, bring out the melody. That's the term we use. We want the melody to be heard. The melody is what we're here for. We want to hear the melody. The melody rules. That's what it's all about. Then measure 8. Here, the melody's here. This is harmony. This is soft. This, I want to hear this. And at the end, the last 2 measures, that's melody. This, soft. And as this gets softer, this has to get really soft, very light. We want to hear the melody. So just keep working at it. It'll come eventually, in a year or 2, whatever. And then the, natural accents. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm exaggerating them so you can hear them better, but you want to feel these all the way through. 1, 2, 3, 4 as you're playing it. So otherwise a person could think it's in 3/4 time, huh? I mean, they think, what's going on? So feel the natural accents. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do any louds and softs. I'll play it all about the same. I'll give us 4 counts. 1, 2, ready, go. 4. 4. 4. There's a duet for this at the bottom of the page. I'd like to play that. You play what you just played, but I need you to go up 1 octave. So just pretend the middle C on the piano. Instead of here, it's up here. And instead of here, you're here. Play it up here. Play it all up here. I'll give us 4 counts. And this gets tricky. You got to pay attention to what you're doing. No hesitations. You're right there with me. But I'm playing something totally different. So you got to listen to me and stay with me, but yet don't get distracted by me and lose track of what you're doing. It takes practice to be able to play with someone else. 1, 2, ready, go.